Hi, Susan Niskotsky-Smith here, and I'm getting ready to prep our dinner for tonight, and I'm going to share that prep with you. And we're going to be using this side of salmon that I purchased at the grocer, and I've sliced it into 4 pieces as evenly as I could. But sometimes when you buy that side of salmon and it's inverted, the pieces aren't all quite even. So this is a really easy dinner. It's called Easy Honey Garlic Salmon. It's so easy because there's just a few ingredients. The way to get started is to take 2 tablespoons of butter, and I'm using this new product that friends of mine found for me called Kerrygold butter. It's the first time we're going to be trying Kerrygold butter, so I'm kind of excited about that. It's supposed to be better for me in terms of my low carb and heading towards keto type diet. So we're going to give that a shot and see. So I'm taking my 2 tablespoons of butter and I'm putting them in a skillet, and I'm going to heat them behind me on the stove top. Now, as we're waiting for that to melt down, I've also preheating my oven. I'm going to preheat my oven to 350 degrees. And it asks me to preheat it to a broil grill setting. At the last moment when I'm ready to cook later, I will turn that to a grill setting and I will finish off those fillets. But initially, you are going to want your frying pan. So I'm taking my fillets, and normally you would salt and pepper them at this time. I am going to put minimal salt. Sorry for not having that ready and stepping out of the screen. I'm going to put minimal salt, but I'm going to use my pink Himalayan sea salt. We're going to drop it from higher up. When you drop it from higher up, it's more even distribution, kind of spreads it out instead of you shaking it right on top of your product. And then I'm going to put some pepper. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm using a little more pepper than I did salt from higher up. The reason I'm using more pepper is it's not as dangerous for me as the salt. All right, I hear my butter melting, so I'm going to turn my temperature down a little bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow the instructions, and it says to add my garlic and to saute for a little bit. So it's calling for 4 cloves of garlic, finely chopped, and I'm cheating, and I'm using my pre-chopped minced garlic. I am going to turn the heat down a little bit more. I don't want that to cook too quickly. All right, so after I add my garlic to the saucepan, it says to add it until fragrant, and I can already smell that garlic in my kitchen, and it smells incredible. Now I'm going to pour in my honey. My water and my soy sauce. The honey is 4 tablespoons. I'm estimating and eyeballing that. The soy sauce is 2 teaspoons. That's a ½ teaspoon, so we'll go with that. Actually, it was half of a tablespoon, so I might have done a little more soy sauce than I need, but I can adjust those flavors. I'm going to put in some water. And that's going to be what we saute our fish fillets in. So I'm going to let that reheat and come to a little bit hotter stage. I'm going to take a little bit of paprika. It calls for ½ teaspoon of paprika. It is to make these fish fillets a little bit smokier. It gives it kind of a mild, sweet, smoky flavor. And it's okay. I might need a little more paprika. I want to make sure that all of them have a mild dusting of paprika. Again, from a little bit higher up so it doesn't clump in one area. So I am all set. Again, what we've done is we melted butter. Then we added our garlic and we sauteed it for about a minute until it was fragrant and filled the kitchen with smell. And then we added honey, soy, water. The honey is in a ratio of twice the amount of the soy and water. Soy and water are the same amount, and then you double that for the honey. So now it tells me to add my salmon steaks to the sauce in the pan, cooking each fillet skin side down for 3 to 4 minutes while basting from the pan. Casey, will you do me a favor, please, and come adjust the camera up a little bit so that I can stand up and baste these? My son, King Charles, is helping me.
Yes.
You're going to have to take the bottom where we made it shorter and pull it up a little bit. I'm going to help him adjust that camera.
There we go.
This one. Okay, is that higher?
Yes.
I think it is higher. Oh, it's a little crooked, King.
Okay.
If you could take that side down a little. Perfect. So I'm higher. I'm going to take these salmon fillets. I'm going to put them skin side down in my pan. I am going to set a timer. That timer is going to be 4 minutes. And in that 4 minutes, what I'm doing is I am going to take a ladle and I'm going to baste them with the sauce that I have in the pan. If you remember, that sauce is that sauteed garlic, honey, soy, and a little bit of water. So we are going to saute them. We're going to let that continue for that 4 minute time. I'm going to increase the temperature a little bit just to heat that up. While we're doing that, I just wanted to talk to you about the incredible time I'm having launching the Unshakable SS community page. It's a group that we use where we talk about a healthier style of eating. And the nice thing is, healthy, it is not the same to all people. To some people, it's a vegan diet. To some people, it's low carb. To some people, it's keto friendly. And there's just such variety there. So we're sharing all kinds of recipes on that page. We're speaking out about all kinds of recipes on that page. And we're sharing everything. We're sharing desserts, we're sharing appetizers, we're sharing meals, we're sharing breakfast. We're also continuing to make and share 5 dinners in 1 hour meals, because I still belong to that community, and I do that because even after a year, it's just changed my life. Grocery shopping is easier and faster. Meal prep is easier and faster. And I really am just loving the way I'm living. So that's a good statement, isn't it? Loving how I'm living. And that's how we should all. I'm just going to slice this lemon. It calls for the addition of lemon towards the end of the sauteing in the pan. I am going to take these lemon slices and I'm just going to drop them into my pan to add a little extra flavor and nuance to that salmon. I want one more lemon slice. Awesome. So I'm going to add it to what I'm using to saute. My time is almost up with my sauteing. I have 1 minute left. So it says add the salmon steaks, cook each fillet until they're slightly golden. And then it says add lemon wedges around the salmon to add a stronger lemon taste. We're going to baste the salmon one more time before we transfer it into our pan for the oven. Okay. Turn this oven off. I want to show you what it looks like. King, can you come adjust it one more time for me? So I'm going to take it. We just need you to lower it a little so they can see what I'm doing, sir.
All right.
Appreciate that, sir.
There we go.
The front leg down.
Got it.
Just the front. That's perfect, sir. All right, so I have my salmon fillets basted. I'm going to transfer them to my grill pan, which I have right here in front of me. I'm actually going to hit that thing one more time. I want to put it a little lower so you can see. Sorry for that, but I really want you to see what I'm doing. So I'm taking the frying pan where I skillet panned them with the honey garlic sauce, and I am putting those fillets into just a normal stoneware cooking dish, and I have actually lined my stoneware with tin foil. I sprayed it a little bit, but I also put tin foil, and the main reason for that is to make cleanup easier. If any of you have ever cooked with honey before, honey makes cleanup kind of awkward because your dishes get kind of sticky, and the stickiness kind of grills onto there. I am going to put my lemon slices in with it. I'm going to put my sauce a little bit on the top. I don't want those lemon slices right on a fillet. I'm going to save some of my sauce. We're going to save that sauce for later. We're going to heat it a little bit. We're going to add a little more honey and a little bit more soy sauce. We're going to allow it to thicken so that when we serve those salmon fillets, we can put some of that sauce on the top. But right now what we're going to do is we're going to transfer this to the oven, and we're only going to cook that for 5 minutes or less. So we're going to be doing that on a grill or a broil setting. Mine will be a broil setting. My rack is halfway down in my oven, and I'm going to put these 4 beautiful fillets in there. I'm going to grill them, and I'm just going to grill them until the tops of the salmon char slightly. I don't want to overcook it. Nothing worse than overcooked salmon. So thank you for joining me for the preparation of easy honey garlic salmon, and I will see you later when I present the turned out meal.